Get it, boys, young Benjii back once again, and in today's video I just want to talk about Fortnite in general. Now obviously you'll have seen the title of this video already, so I just want to say straight away that this is not a video about me hating Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I've been playing since early October when my friend first told me it was on PS4. I would have been playing before then if I wasn't such an idiot and I thought it was PC exclusive, because I'd been watching the game for a few weeks before that. So yeah, I've played the game a lot and I've enjoyed it. But as the game goes on longer and longer, I've realised that this game has some massive problems. The first of these problems is the game will always be a shotgun meta. There will never be any variety in the meta. Shotguns have been, are now, and forever will be, the only gun that is essential to win the game of Fortnite. This game lacks any sort of variety. Every game that has lasted a long time has had a massive amount of variation to keep people interested in the game. Take League of Legends, the game that has been top of esports for about 10 years now. League has over 110 different champions you can play as, all of which can be played if you take the time to learn them. It also has thousands of different item combinations you can put together. You can mix up your gameplay in any way you want, and you still have a chance of winning every single game. Now obviously, League of Legends also has its meta picks. It has its best champions and items, but these change regularly with the patches. Champions and items get buffed and nerfed and fall out of popularity or rise to popularity because of it. This keeps the game fresh and players constantly changing what they're doing. Whereas if you look at Fortnite, that doesn't happen. They've added in so many new weapons. All these weapons are used for 2 to 3 days, clickbaited to death on YouTube, then forgot about, and the game goes back to its regular state. Epic even tried to nerf the shotguns. They took damage off the pump and nerfed the headshot multiplier for both the pump and the tac shotgun. But all that has done is require people to use 2 shotguns instead of 1. They've essentially added to the shotgun meta by forcing people to use more than 1 shotgun. And the reason that this game will never fall out of a shotgun meta is because of its core gameplay mechanic, building. Building was what made this game stand out from other battle royales, but at the moment it's Epic's biggest problem. Building makes most guns in the game unviable because you can't do damage to someone behind a wall obviously, but you also can't outshoot the speed someone places a wall. Now that the game has been out for 9 months, everyone and their dog can build to protect themselves, so you're required to get close to your opponent to have a solid chance of actually killing them. Obviously this then brings back the importance of shotguns, because shotguns will always be the close ranged weapon of choice. Picking any other close range weapon will put you at such a massive disadvantage, so there would be no point in taking anything other than a shotgun. Now obviously that's just one example of a lack of variation. A lot of you may be thinking, well, the map is huge and you can choose to jump anywhere, so the game does have variety. Honestly though, 90% of the players land in 5 locations on the map. You got Tilted Towers, Greasy Grove, Pleasant Park, Retail Row, and Salty Springs. If the bus comes in from the top, then I guess Risky Reels is also somewhere that actually gets a look in, so let's say 6 places you could land. If Epic really wanted to, they could just remove all the other locations in the map, and honestly 10% of the player base would give a shit. These other locations aren't bad locations either, but if you want to see anyone in the first 15 minutes of a game, you're forced to go to one of these 5 or 6 locations. A problem that everyone can agree on is that the mid-game is awful. 60 people die before the first circle even starts to move, then you see nobody for the next 10 minutes, and by the time the second circle is closed, there's only about 10 people left. The game goes from this massive slugfest in the first 3 minutes of the game to being just a massive ghost town that you run around hoping to find somebody in. The reason that other locations are so obsolete is because there is no incentive to win a game. Pretty much everyone has now had the thrill of winning enough games to the point people just want to kill anything that moves. Getting a high kill game is now the incentive to play for a lot of people. I know personally if I win a game with 4 kills, I'm not particularly arsed. It's just like, alright cool, let's go into the next game. Whereas if I go out and I get 17 kills, then I die with 15 people left, I actually think about it. I'm hyped up, I'm thinking about how mad it would be if I got a 25 plus kill win, because the only competition I have now is against my personal records for kills. When there are competitive modes, like the showdown modes, you actually see variation in the game. People have incentive to win, so you don't get 50 people jumping out the bus at Tilted Towers. You see people landing at every location in the game. The gameplay is also better because you don't have a 10-minute period where no one sees anyone in the game. You have a constant flow of people dying. I understand that campers are frustrating in competitive mode, and Epic have obviously shown that they're trying to combat that by adding 3 points per kill to the second showdown mode. But there isn't a competitive mode. There's been 2 showdowns since the game came out. Going back to the point about games that have long lifespans like League of Legends, all these games have competitive playlists where people compete for rank in the game. Give people a reason to win and you instantly improve the overall gameplay of your game. You don't even need to add prizes, people just want to be able to prove that they're better than everybody else. Now obviously Epic have announced the Fortnite World Cup, but that's not till next year. There's a lot of people who aren't going to wait a year for competitive, no matter how much a game seems enjoyable right now. There's a lot of games get released between now and next year. All the popular games have their next version of the game being released at the end of this year. Call of Duty is being made by Treyarch, and it has a battle royale, which means this game is going to be super popular, and it will actually be a good COD because Treyarch actually know what they're doing. I bet that has a ranking system that will give people motivation to actually win. Even Realm Royale has a ranked system and that game came out like a week ago. What does Fortnite have that other games don't have? A storyline. Anyone else not give a fuck about the storyline? Honest to God, Omega could take them hot rocks he's been stealing, place them clean up Carbide's bumhole and launch his ass into space. I wouldn't care. I didn't buy the battle pass for a storyline. I bought it for the good skins that were in it. I don't care how the rocket gets launched. I just want to know which part of the map is getting torn a new one, because I still want Tilted Towers gone. Honestly, I don't care how they remove parts of the map either. If I went into a game one day and Tilted Towers just picked itself up and levitated off the side of the map and it was replaced by absolutely nothing, I would be happy. The only people who care about the rocket are the same people who cared about the meteor, and those are the people who get views for clickbait and stuff like 100% proof that the meteor will hit Tilted Towers. Well, it hit Dusty Depot, mate. Literally not even close to Tilted Towers. Another problem with the battle pass, the challenges. Holy shit, are the challenges bloody awful. Epic tried to get people to go to different places on the map by adding stuff like the Search Chest challenge and the Eliminate Opponents in Certain Place challenge. But all that does is make the game like unplayable for like 2 days because everyone goes to that place until they complete it. This happened last season as well. Epic needs to wake up and realise that a lot of people hate the challenges. They aren't even challenges, to be honest. You just grind landing in these locations until you're done. The best challenge Epic ever put into the game was land in different named locations. That made the gameplay better. All Epic really has to do to make the challenges better is make the challenges more general. Eliminate 30 opponents, search 30 chests. These are easily completable in a week and they don't break the game for 2 days. The treasure map challenge was good at first, but nobody goes to find the map. They just go straight to YouTube. Why would you go and find a map when you can just search on YouTube and get it done quicker? Now there's a few other problems that the game has, but this video is going on way too long, so I just want to quickly talk about a few ways I think that could make the game better. 1. Increase the speed the storm comes in at. Make it like Blitz. If you aren't willing to change the map, then change the speed of the game. The game is played at the speed of Blitz, but with the map speed of the original game, so it feels slow. 2. Just like 50v50, have 2 battle buses come in parallel to each other. Spread the play out a bit more if you don't want to speed up the storm. This will help the mid game because more people will survive at the very beginning of the game. 3. Make shotguns rarer. Don't nerf them, but make them harder to find. If you make shotguns as rare as they are good, they'd all be purple or higher. And if you did this, then you would see massive variation in the game. Submachine guns would be viable, pistols would be viable, literally everything in the game would be more viable if shotguns were harder to find. There would be a lot more AR fights, a lot more sniper fights, not just shotgun royale. And finally, 4. Add a ranked system. Like I said before, games that last a long time have competitive playlists. Give people a rank, bronze to diamond, simple. You go up if you do well in your game, you go down if you do bad. Bad players can't out-camp 99 good players, so they will hit their skill ceiling, and then you'll see the really good players at the top of the ranking system. That's just 4 ways I think Fortnite could really improve their game. But again, I do like Fortnite, and I will continue to play the game. I just think there's some stuff in the game that they really need to take a look at, instead of just constantly adding new things to the game that make no impact. If you agree with anything I said in the video, hit that like button. Feel free to dislike if you disagree with what I said, or let me know down below in the comments. But until next time, this is your boy Young Benjii signing out. Peace, boys.